Natalya did not experience the inheritance as joy. It arrived like paperwork. A phone call. A series of signatures, numbers that looked abstract until the bank confirmed them twice. People expected tears or disbelief. She felt something quieter, a mild rearrangement of gravity. What unsettled her wasn't the money. It was how easily it changed the room. Her husband, Oleg, had always been reasonable. That was the word everyone used. Reasonable, steady, practical. He was not cruel, not impulsive, not dramatic. The kind of man who could turn any argument into logistics. But after the inheritance, his reasonableness became attentive. Questions sharpened, casual remarks carried weight. He began noticing expenses he had never cared about. Not objecting, just noticing. Natalya found herself watching him the way one watches a reflection that feels slightly delayed. Not mistrust, just curiosity edged with something she could not name. The idea came without drama. They were having tea. Ordinary evening light. Oleg scrolling through something work-related, nodding at problems that lived safely inside other people's lives. My parents lost the house, Natalya said. She delivered it the way one might state a weather forecast. Oleg looked up immediately. Not alarmed. Focused. The loan. Complications, it's final. She paused, careful to keep her voice neutral. They're moving in tomorrow. There was a silence, not long but different. Natalya noticed the sequence. First calculation, then posture, then expression. Tomorrow, he asked. Wes, he leaned back slowly. That's sudden. There wasn't time. Another silence. Oleg nodded, but the nod had edges. Well, he said finally, we'll manage. A word that sounded supportive until one listened carefully. That night was calm. No argument. No visible resentment. Yet the apartment felt reorganized by something invisible. Oleg moved through rooms with unusual purpose. Opening drawers. Closing doors. Checking spaces. Natalya lay awake longer than usual. Not anxious. Alert. In the morning the shock was not cinematic, it was spatial. Closet doors open. Half-empty shelves. Missing suitcase. Her first thought was theft, absurd, instinctive. Then she noticed what remained. His clothes, selectively removed. Documents gone. Laptop gone. No note, no message, just absence shaped like intention. Natalya stood still for a long time. Not crying, simply registering the geometry of the decision. Her phone vibrated an hour later. A bank notification. Large transfer request initiated. Not completed. She stared at the screen, pulse steady but distant. Another vibration. Call from the bank. Mrs. Sokolova. Was. We detected an unusual transfer attempt from your joint account. For security reasons, the transaction is temporarily frozen. Can you confirm the authorization? Natalya closed her eyes briefly. No, she said. A pause on the line. Understood. We've restricted account activity pending verification. You may need to visit the branch with identification. I will. At the bank, the authority of the situation became tangible. Not moral. Procedural. Oleg had attempted to move nearly everything. The clerk's tone was neutral. Practiced. Given the inheritance classification, these funds are legally designated as separate property unless explicitly commingled. The transfer cannot proceed without your sole authorization. Separate property. A phrase that sounded clinical and unexpectedly protective. Natalya nodded. I'd like to restructure the accounts. Forms appeared. Signatures followed. The process unfolded with bureaucratic calm, the institution absorbing chaos with paperwork. Control shifted not through confrontation, but through policy. By afternoon, Oleg finally called. His voice was careful.
Measure, yes!
I think we need to talk. About what? A pause. I panicked. She waited. Tomorrow. Your parents. Everything changing overnight. Natalya listened to the strain beneath the composure. You left, she said. I needed space, with a suitcase. Another silence. Then, softer. I was trying to protect us. The sentence hovered between explanation and confession. Natalya looked out the window of the cafe where she had chosen to meet him, neutral territory, daylight, witnesses disguised as strangers. The bank called, she said. Oleg's face changed. Not dramatically, but unmistakably. I wasn't stealing, he said quickly. It was temporary. I thought, with everything happening, you thought the money was yours to move. It was ours. No, Natalya said. Her voice remained calm. That's the interesting part. Oleg leaned forward, desperation pushing against dignity. You lied to me. Yes. And because of that, you're punishing me. Natalya studied him carefully. I didn't punish you. She let the words settle. You revealed yourself. He recoiled slightly. That's unfair. Is it? Another silence stretched between them, heavy but contained. No raised voices, no spectacle. Just two people facing the administrative consequences of private decisions. I was afraid, Oleg said finally. Natalya nodded. I believe you. Something in his posture relaxed, briefly hopeful. Then she continued. I just learned what you do when you're afraid. There was nothing theatrical in the ending. No dramatic exit. No declaration. Only a quiet, irreversible adjustment. Natalya finished her coffee. Oleg watched her with the strained expression of someone realizing that damage had occurred in a register beyond apology. I'll stay with a friend, he said. For now. Natalya nodded again. Reasonable, steady, practical. Outside, the city moved with indifference. Inside, something subtler had concluded. Not the marriage, but the illusion that fear and entitlement were unrelated things.